Getting some updates here as well. The CBI has arrested the 4 then ministers of West Bengal in the case related to the Narada Sting. It was alleged that then public servants were caught on camera. The charge sheet is being submitted and further investigation will continue. Then Minister Firhad Hakim has been seen accepting a bribe of 5 lakh rupees. Subrata Mukherjee was also seen receiving money or bribe. Sovan Chatterjee is now joining us with more details from the CBI office in Kolkata. Sovan, take us through these inputs that we are getting with regards to the basis on which these arrests have been made.
Well, you see all of these leaders and a few more. There were like 12 or 13 leaders who were caught on camera accepting cash as bribes, as has been alleged, in return for unofficial favors by the then Trinamool Congress government. And all these leaders were in Mamata Banerjee's cabinet at that point in time when they were found to be taking these words of cash from the purported or make-believe sting operation, make-believe company that Matthew Samuels, who was holding this sting operation for the Narada group of companies, had held at that point in time, which was in 2016, right before the assembly elections. But let me tell you, following these arrests that have happened, I'll show you in my background, the protesters outside the Nizam Palace here in Kolkata are getting more and more violent. You can see the clamor, the protest, and the shouts, the slogans are getting more and more deafening with the kind of security presence that you see here at the Nizam Palace, who are trying to keep these protesters at bay. The situation looks pretty tense at this point in time at Nizam Palace, with more and more protesters gathering outside the Nizam Palace CBI office, where these protesters are shouting slogans and are trying to breach the main gate of the Nizam Palace office, where these security personnel are holding them back for the time being. Let me also tell you that Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has been staying put at the Nizam Palace office for over an hour now, and I will try and show you the place where she is currently stationed. That's the main building where the CBI office is housed, and on the 14th floor of that building, Mamata Banerjee is said to be sitting outside the CBI office with the demand that either these leaders who have been arrested should be released, or the agency should also arrest her. As a result of which, you can see the kind of protest that is happening right outside the gates at this point in time, threatening for a severe breakdown of law and order. Joint CP Crime Muralidhar Sharma is heading the police personnel over here, and you can see central forces over here also in great numbers who are stationed for the eventuality of any kind of violence that might happen. But the situation at this point in time looks pretty tense. The next course of affairs would obviously be that the CBI would be taking these 4 suspects to the trial court here in Kolkata, which is the Bengal court, second half of the day, which is post sometime around 2 o'clock. We are made to understand, and would be charge sheeted. The CBI would file its charge sheet before the trial court. The court obviously will the agency will obviously seek remand of all these suspects, and it remains to be seen what they actually specify in the charge sheet and what are the cases that they slap on these leaders. Obviously, they would be non-bailable charges. So the situation, more than the legal and the investigative part, is likely to acquire political dimensions at this point in time, because the Trinamool Congress clearly states that this is a one-sided political vendetta in the wake of the fact that the party, the BJP has been stopped by the Trinamool Congress from taking over the state power here in the state of Bengal. Only a few days back, the Trinamool Congress is back with a thumping majority here in the state of Bengal. 213 of the 294 seats won by the Trinamool Congress, BJP at 77. So obviously that is the backdrop on which this case is playing out in the public domain, and the kind of situation that we see in the background is looking more and more threatening with every passing minute.
Yes.
The situation doesn't look too good at all, given the fact that the Trinamool Congress protesters are gathering in huge numbers. But let me also add in the same breath that all of this is happening at a time when there is a raging pandemic in the state of Bengal, and a virtual lockdown is imposed in not just in Kolkata but across the state. And the protesters you see in the background have already thrown social distancing in the wind to the winds, and many of them are not even wearing masks.
Yes.
So that's also a health hazard that these protesters are currently posing before the people.
And we can clearly see, Shogto, chaos right behind you. Even as you're speaking, those protesters standing by there outside Nizam Palace, protesting against the move there that has been made by the CBI. Let's get in the CBI's version now. The CBI's information officer, R.C. Joshi, saying that the arrests have been made based on the sting with regards to the Narada scam. Let's listen into R.C. Joshi.
CBI has today arrested 4 then ministers of Government of West Bengal in a case related to Narada Sting operation. CBI had registered the instant case on 16th April 2017 on the orders of Honorable Kolkata High Court. It was alleged that the then public servants were caught on camera while receiving illegal gratification.
Meanwhile, let's now listen into Dilip Ghosh as well, who has accused the Trinamool Congress of malified intentions when they are coming out and seeking protection for these ministers. Listen in.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट की आदेश पर इंक्वायरी हो रही है, सीबीआई कर रही है, इसमें बोलने का कुछ नहीं है, कानूनी मामला है। और एक तो नहीं, बहुत नेता का नाम है, उनको बार बार बुलाया गया है, उन्होंने जाके अपना जवाब भी दिया है, पेपर भी सबमिट किया है। मुझे जहां तक जानकारी है, शुभेंदु बाबू और मुकुल बाबू को इसके पहले बुलाया है, और जितने बार बुलाया उन्होंने जाके वहां कन्फेस किया है। राज्य सरकार ने उनके मंत्री थे मदन मित्रा भी, जिनको अरेस्ट किया गया, उनको अरेस्ट किया था 1 साल से ज्यादा, उन्हें जेल में थे उस समय नारदा मामला में। और उनके जो प्रवक्ता है अभी कुणाल घोष, उनको भी अरेस्ट किया था, उन्होंने साल भर से ज्यादा और जेल में थे। तो उनके पार्टी जब इसी केस का आधार पर उनको अरेस्ट करता है तब ये प्रश्न नहीं आता है, तब वेंडाटा नहीं होता है, तब प्रतिहिंसा नहीं होता है। आज जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आदेश पर सीबीआई काम कर रही है तब इस प्रकार कंप्लेंट क्यों आता है?